Hi guys, I'm just waiting for other people to get on because I know that there were some. Hi Donna, how are you, sweetie? Hi Robin, I saw Rabbit. Good. Okay, I'm going to set this thing down here and then I'm going to walk over and get my coffee. Yeah, I know I'm late, everybody. Oh well. You know, what can I say? I was hoping to have some of the lace done in the dryer or in the oven so I could pull it out, and maybe by the time we're done with this it will be. If not, I'll just jump back on Periscope again and show you how I remove it. So because I'm like 20 minutes late, I'll wait just a little bit, not long. How we doing? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start just because I promised everybody that I would do it at 4 and they can re-watch this. Also, I think there's a way that I can post this to my YouTube channel, and if I can, I should be able to share the video on the pages. So this is the cake lace. There is, and I keep calling it cake lace, and I'm going to call it lace. That's what I'm going to call it. It's edible lace, just because I don't want the people who make this stuff to come here and beat Bill up, Mr. Hubby, for copying anything, because it's not a cake lace. Also understand that I'm not going to be watching my screen when I do this. So the one thing is I'm going to ask is that you guys kind of hold off the questions till we're done, and then I'll take them, because I'm not going to be able to see them. But this is it, okay, and I think you can see it, and it is very, very flexible. Most of these pieces I made over a week ago, and you can see they've been in a plastic bag, but this particular piece right here has not been in a plastic bag. It has pretty much been sitting out, so, and it's still flexible. Don't ask me why, I don't know. So I'm going to walk you through the steps, and just to let everybody know that this is not my recipe. We've tweaked it, we've changed a little bit, not a whole heck of a lot, but the mixing process I've changed simply because it seems to have worked a little bit better, because like royal icing, you don't want to overbeat this stuff. So I'm going to get going on making this. Sorry, I had to go over and get my my stuff here, my boiling water out of the microwave. So this is, and then I'll show you, I'm going to keep this kind of turned a little bit so you can kind of see the ingredient list over here a little bit too. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1/2 cup of boiling water inside this bowl. I suggest using a plastic bowl, not a glass or metal, just because through trial and error I just find out that it works much better. And you always want to put your boiling water in first. And again, don't ask me why, but I just find out it works a little better. Okay, then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon Tylose powder. And do not think that the new Gum-Tex Tylose powder can work. I had a bottle of it. I don't know what I did with it, but it is not Tylose. You need Tylose powder. This is CK brand. I get mine at Baker's Kitchen. This I got down at the Wine and Cake store, and I think this is more expensive than what I get at Baker's Kitchen because they make their own products there. So hold on, I'm going to turn off my timer. Okay, anyway, so we've got 1/2 cup boiling water in here. I'm going to add, and I do it in increments of 1 teaspoon. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of Tylose powder to my boiling water. And that's the reason I'm adding 3 teaspoons to it is because my tablespoon won't fit inside this container. It does in the one that I get from Baker's Kitchen. And I'll just dust that inside of here. Okay, so now I've got 1 tablespoon of Tylose powder inside 1/2 cup of boiling water. So now you're going to have to listen to this mixer going for about 1 minute, and then I will show you what we do next. I guess it would have helped if I would have plugged this in. Okay. Okay, I'm going to mix it on the lowest. This is going to be the lowest speed of my hand mixer. Thank you. Okay, that's been about, give or take 1 minute. So this is what I'm going to show you that I found out works much better. I'm going to try to scrape as much of this off of the mixer as I can, the dried powder, because it, you know, Tylose powder and water don't always mix. I make a edible clear piping stuff that you can pipe and make like beautiful angel wings and stuff. And I found out something even using that. What I do, and you're going to hear my microwave go off, is I scrape all of this off. Okay, all of it's off the side. I've got it off my spatula. I'm going to stick this in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Actually about 20 seconds. Now you guys are going to be able to re-watch this, so, because I guess that's how Periscope works. I don't know. Okay, so remember that was 1/2 cup boiling water and 1 tablespoon Tylose powder, low speed with your hand mixer for 1 minute. Then we just microwaved it on high for 20 seconds. And now we're going to go ahead and we scraped the sides, and now we're going to mix it again for 1 minute. And I'll tell you the reason I do this now is because it takes a while for Tylose and water to become friends, and this makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to go back to mixing this again. I'm going to pull it away from here. Okay, now what I want to explain to you is why I did that is because you want to make sure that your Tylose is mixed up in there really good. And if you can see this, it's like a thick, clear gel. And it has a lot of air bubbles, but don't panic. It's not going to hurt you. Okay? So, this is in here. Now, the next step is supposed to be you add a tablespoon of powdered sugar, then you mix it, then you add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with, and then you mix it, and then you add a half a teaspoon of meringue powder, and then you mix it. I cheated, okay? I don't have a whole lot of time because I'm old. So I just put it all together. 1 tablespoon powdered sugar. You can sift it if you want to, if you feel like you have to. I don't, okay? So it's 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon meringue powder. So, and then the 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Try to get it right in the center. And then I'm going to take my other little spatula. I love these. And then I'm going to scrape it off. And the reason is because I want to get as much of this as I possibly can, even though this costs you pretty much next to nothing to make. It's nothing like the other products and nothing against them, but I just like things that I can make my own. So, okay, I'm going to mix this up again, and you're going to immediately see that it's going to turn white. Oh good, there's somebody else who's cheap. I like that. Okay. Okay, you can see that it's mixed up real fast. This stuff comes together really easy. There's no rocket scientist to this stuff at all. Okay, hold your bowl underneath the beaters. If you know, I can do this much faster when I'm not trying to do a periscope, and I'm not quite as messy, but just because I like all of you, I'm doing this. Yeah, and I have nothing else to do because see, I don't have a car because my van died. It died. It's got to have a new transmission, and it's 4 hours south of us right now because that's where it chose to end its life. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add 1/2 teaspoon of glucose. Now that was a big topic of discussion, is what can you use, what can you not use. This is the Wilton glucose. Okay, you can use this. But I will tell you something. This is why I don't like to use it. I get my clear glucose, but I ran out because I took it down south. This is why I don't like to use this glucose. See that yellow tinge? That means I've got to add some white coloring to it because this is not clear glucose. You can use it, but I'm going to show you how you just have to add some liquid coloring to it. Okay. And this is just like this. Now, you can add corn syrup. You can add clear corn syrup. And that's another discussion. Can you use just corn syrup? Because I can't find what you're talking about. You can find it. You may have to order it online or go with the Wilton. I always tell people, I don't care if you use spaghetti sauce in place of a product that I tell you to use, because it's not mine. But I will tell you that I always go with what you're supposed to use. It's not that big of a deal to get the right ingredients, and I'm not going to guarantee you how it's going to turn out, so that's kind of why I tell you this is what I use. Okay? And now I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of glycerin. This is glycerin. Whoops, I probably should have kept the bottle on it before I tipped it upside down. I added glucose. I added 1/2 teaspoon glucose. And I guess if you use corn syrup, it's the same amount. Okay, this is pure glycerin. Again, I get my stuff all from Baker's Kitchen because they make the stuff there, and they make a lot of CK product stuff. But that's pure glycerin. See how it's nice and clear? Just like clear vanilla. I like clear stuff. So I'm going to add now 1 teaspoon of glycerin. And I don't want to use that other spoon. The other spoon had Kylos powder on it, so I'm going to use a clean spoon. Yes, I make a mess when I do things. It's just me. I do those kind of things. Okay, so now I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of pure glycerin. So that's in there now. Normally, if I wasn't with you guys, I'd probably be licking the spoon right now because I like the sweet taste of this stuff. And I'm now going to add what I consider to be 1/4 teaspoon of white. And the reason I add white, even if I were to have used syrup, Karo syrup, or this glucose, it's white is the base that you should always start out with any kind of icing. I know that about buttercream because I've worked with, what is the name of the clear stuff? The clear stuff here is, let me put the lid back on it, is glycerin. And that's, I'm not going to be asking a whole lot of these, answering a whole lot of questions because I got to keep going on this. Pure glycerin. You can get it, I'll tell you that at the end. So I added that, and you can watch, and then I just put in a couple drops of the white. You need a white base. Even if you're going to make this blue or green or purple or whatever, you need a white base to start with everything. Buttercream icing especially. So I'm just going to mix this in real good on low. You don't want to do it on high because you just don't need to do it, and you might create an issue with it getting too much air in it. Okay? Okay, that's what I've got, and I've mixed up enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick those little mixers out, and I am going to get off as much as I can. And Donna Behringer knows that I do this because I'm cheap. And when I was making it at Robin's, Donna made her own. And I told her, I said, look at all of this that's on here. You could have gotten almost a full lace out of it. So that's that. And I could get more of it off, and I can because this stuff doesn't dry like, rock hard right away. So I've got this, and I'm going to get this off of here. And I'm going to put it right here and get it out as much as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in a plastic bag so I can scrape the rest of it off when you guys aren't looking. Okay, now what I want to show you is what it's supposed to look like. This is just supposed to look like thick pudding. That's it. If it looks any different, if you've over mixed it, which is very easy to do because I recreated that so I could see what it looked like, it'll be real foamy and fuzzy. I use the word fuzzy, but trust me, it doesn't look pretty. It looks kind of like the inside of my macaroons that I try to make like Jennifer does, but mine never come out like hers. So it just looks like thick pudding, and those are air bubbles in there. Everything is mixed up. So I'm going to cover this up, and you could do this with a damp cloth, which is exactly what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to now show you, you can kind of see what the ingredients are here. And I'll post them on the Let's Talk Cookie and the Mitten Bakers also. I'll put them on there. I'll put the link and everything. Again, it's not my recipe. Don't yell at me. This is Leah's. So that's all I know. It's a Leah's recipe, but we just changed a couple little things about it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I spread it. See these mats? You don't have to get the real expensive Sugardale or something. In fact, I wish I could remember her name. Cheryl, somebody, and I, we were working on this together because she brought Sugarvale. This does not work in Sugarvale. Molds. It will not come out right. I don't know what it is, but these cheapy molds are like $1 or $2 a piece. You can get them from China, but I think Dina, where we had these classes at, she hosted them, where I showed the girls down there. She says there's this really neat site called Wish. I think it's wish.com, just W-I-S-H. Go there and then just sign over your life to them. Just give them all your money, and when you work it all down, because you're going to spend it, they'll just give them more money. Yeah, that's it, the Wish app. Okay, so it's evidently you have to go to that app store. I had somebody else do it for me because I don't do that kind of stuff. So anyways, this is what you do, and I'm going to lower this down just a little bit here. Let's see here. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to move all this stuff so I don't get this all over on my pretty paper products, or I'll just turn it this way. Okay. There you go. Can you guys see it? Yes. I'm going to answer for you. Yes, you can all see it. And I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. Okay. And move all these little things out of the way. Get them out of here. And I'm going to show you how I spread it, and I'm not quite sure because this is probably the most expensive part of this. I will tell you right now, is buying this specific tool to make this stuff. I mean, to spread it, because it's expensive. Okay? So, you missed all of it. That's what you've missed, but you can replay it. So, this is expensive. You ready? Here's the tool. You got to use this. This is it. I use a Hallmark Crown Rewards card. Okay? This is the really cool part. Okay? You don't prime this. That's what I was going to get to. So hang on, guys. You don't do anything to these mats. Nothing. Nothing at all. You don't put cornstarch. You don't put flour. You don't put spaghetti sauce. I'm hungry. You don't put anything on these mats. All you do is you put the cake lace stuff that we just made. And this probably cost you, I'm going to guesstimate this big amount in here. Probably cost, I don't know, maybe about, what, $1 to make? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, again, I'm going to stir this up, because when I set it down, the air bubbles came up, just like royal icing. I store this in the refrigerator, but, you know, to me, just like royal icing, what's in here that's going to spoil? I don't really know. Because if I can keep it out, it might separate, but I kept it out, too. So, you know. Anyways, this is it. Get yourself an old credit card or one of those crazy cards that all the stores give you to join their group and everything, their stores, and because you really don't need it. You can just give them your phone number. So you take this thing, you dip it inside here. Okay, can you see this? This is going to be me showing you how to put it on. Okay, see how I put that gop on there? See that? Okay, that's a gop. It's a gop of goop on there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, take the wide part, and then I'm just going to push it in like this. And the reason that I like to use this card is because, and I'm doing this really sloppy just so you guys can tell everybody that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, is because this bends. I can push this into here, and then I can just smush it, smash it. I'm not a professional of anything other than being a really cute person. So that's all I know how to do, is be cute at my age. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to pick this little baby up, and I'm going to flip it over again, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to tell you something, what everybody should do. This is my cake room. It's my cake decorating room. My table bends in the middle. So what I do is I take this over to my counter, because I know my table isn't bent. And it's just completely flat. So I can really push this stuff into this, but you get the gist. There it is. It's on here. I could be really clean, and I could clean up the sides and everything, and I normally would, but it's in there. Yes, I missed a couple little spots, but I'm showing you because I think the other stuff is dry. So I might be able to show you that also. So this is it. Okay, this goes in the oven, 200 degrees. I set it for about 35 minutes. Depending on how hard you push it in there, you might need another coat, you might not. You won't know until you actually try to pull it out. So, I'm going to put this over here. Oh, gotta put my lid on there because everybody tells me to put the lid on and stuff. That's why I told you that. Hang in there, I haven't hung up on you guys. I'm just going to get the other one out of the oven. Okay, this is one of those, what do they call it, a deco mat or something? It's not a sugar lace mat, but when Robin and I were shopping, which we did a lot of down there, this is hot. This mat gets hot. Gee, many Christmas. What am I, nuts? Okay, this is hot. I should probably set it down. Okay, this is really hot. Okay, so you see, oh, thank you. Yes, I put the lid on it. Yes, the temperature is 200 degrees for about, I set mine for probably like 30-35 minutes. You will know when it is dry because, see it? It's not shiny, it's dull. And when I put it in the mat, okay, I'm going to cover this so you guys don't get dizzy. Okay, you can see that it's really shiny because it's wet. Okay, I'm going to put all the instructions on the pages, but this you can see it's dull, and that's what you're looking for. You want it to be dull. And I'm going to just let this kind of cool, and I'm also going to get some burn ointment for my hand. No, I'm just kidding, but don't pull the mat off with your bare hands. I like to show you guys the wrong things to do so you learn the right things to do. Okay, so it's just going to sit here for a minute. Okay, and it looks like it might be dry. It could possibly need a second coat, but we won't know that. And this is my box of stuff. This is my box of molds. If you're a cake decorator, you all know what I'm talking about because you can't live without having molds and buying already pre-made flowers. Because to be quite honest with you, with the time that it takes to make them, I will tell you that many cake bakers buy their flowers. They don't make them. Okay, now let's see if this is going to come out. What I want you to look at is see this? See how this pops up like this? Okay, see it? I can already see that this is cracking, that it's a little dry. So, and it looks like it needs another coat because it has sunk down into the mold. The mold is a little bit deeper than what I used before, but on the other ones I also put a second coat. So I'm going to put a second coat on these, and then when this is dry, I'm going to show you again how I apply it. It's rocket scientist, so pay attention, take notes, put your camera up to this, and make sure that you record all of this, especially the tool that I use. This is a credit card or a store card. And all you do is you just kind of do it like this, okay? And then, let me get something else here. You can tell I'm not prepared for anything. Basically, because I don't like to be too prepared, then people will expect that all my life. Okay, now it's flat. Okay, now I got it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to drag this down and I'm going to push it into the mold. See? And I'm going to go every which way but upside down. Okay? And see that? I'm pushing because this bends. And I can push it in there. And get all the little crevices and spots and all that kind of stuff. This stuff does kind of shrink up a little bit. Excuse me. So putting a second coat on, these are really intricate patterns. They're, you know, that's like a lace. That's like Terry Butler. I can't think of her other name that she has, but that woman can pipe like nobody's business. I think she has the world's tiniest tips, because I am in awe of every single cookie that that woman makes, because her piping is so perfect and it's so tiny. So that's what I did. You can see this. And I'm just making sure, by eyeballing it, that I've got all my little holes filled up, and I'm not pushing real hard right now because I don't want to pull it out, because see, it was already dry. Okay. I believe I've got it all. That would be it, George. Okay. And then I'm going to do this last one. You're going to look at your molds and you're going to know how much of this stuff you need to put in there. Okay. I'm not looking at questions, so I will sit and take your questions after I'm done. But I don't like to try to answer questions when other people are trying to watch and they want me to get done so they can go make dinner. So it's on there. I've got it. It's covered. It's all happy in there. You can see how nice it looks inside there. See? I love this mat. This is from that cake and wine store too that was down there. But I found this on. It's also on that Wish app. Oh, I missed a spot. Gosh darn it. Oh, where's the spot controllers? That would be Kinzer. Yeah, Kinzer went home because they had a party to go to, and Kinzer and I need to stop making plans without letting Mom know, because we got in trouble. So, but anyways, so, and I'm also making sure that in between there, I don't have like threads and strings or like a smoky look to it, because if it looks cloudy, that's going to put it on there. Okay, so I'm going to stick this back in the oven. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to take about another half hour to 45 minutes. I'm going to say it is 5 minutes of 5 here. I'm going to say that at 6 o'clock, I will take this out, and then I'm going to show you how to remove it from the mat. Okay, because we bought them all. Yes, we did. We bought them all. They don't have anything left. Anyway, so that's all done. At 6 o'clock, I'm going to be back on here, and I'm going to show you how to take these out, because there's a specific way to take these out of here so that they don't all go crazy and explode. Oh, look at all those hearts. Seriously, you guys think Kinzer's here, don't you? Guess what? He's not. He's at home. He's at a party. Mr. Bill is here, but that's about it. Okay, guys, so I will see you guys back here at 6 o'clock, and we will have the unveiling. Does anybody have any questions for me, since now I'm where do they sell the mat? You can get them. Okay, the mats are sold. I got my hair cut, and it's just not working out, and I just took a shower. Okay. You are going to find the mats on Wish app, W-I-S-H. Sugar Touches. Okay, you want to see the third thing. Okay, hold on. Let me move all this stuff. Okay, the third part is, oh wait, I got to do this. Okay, this is so funny. No, I don't want to stop it. Okay, wait. What's going on here? Okay. Tap. Swipe down. Double tap. Okay. That's the third part. I've narrowed this down from like 8, 9 steps to 3. Okay, it's 1/2 teaspoon glucose or clear Caro. I recommend the glucose. Wilton is yellow. It's not clear. Okay, but Baker's Kitchen does have it, and it is clear. And I will show you that when I get some. 1 teaspoon glycerin, and you need to make sure that you're getting glycerin that is sold at a cake store, or Wilton has it. Okay, got it? Did you screenshot it? I'm holding it still for you. Okay. And then I added 1/4 teaspoon of white Americolor, and that was my third steps, all those. Simply because it's better to start out with a clear or with a white base of any kind of icing. I do the same thing with my royal. Okay, let's see. Double tap. Now you have to stare at me again. Okay, so what else? Any other questions that anybody has? What was step 2? Okay, let's do this. Okay, hold on. Whoa, guys. Okay, do not do the like 10 questions at once because I'm not going to be able to answer them all. Okay, step 1 is 1/2 cup boiling water. Okay, this is step 1. Always put your boiling water in the plastic bowl first. Yes, it's cheap. Very cheap. Okay. 1/2 cup boiling water, and I will tell you that people are going to tell you got to use distilled or you got to use bottled water. Well, let me tell you a story about bottled water. The Aquafina water that you guys all pay all that money for, it comes from the city of, I think it's outside of Dallas, Texas. Okay, and all they do is open up their taps and fill up an Aquafina bottle that has the labels on it, and then they sell it to us in the other states. Okay, that's step 2, and all I do is mix the 1 tablespoon powdered sugar. Yeah, that's all that it is. If you go up and you see, go in there and type in, do a Google search for where is Aquafina water from, and they'll tell you. Okay, step 2 is you mix together 1 tablespoon powdered sugar. It does not need to be Domino. It can be whatever brand you want that's cheap, okay? 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and always level your teaspoons and tablespoons completely with a flat knife, because one thing about all of this is it's all chemistry, and it all means that you have to make sure that your ingredients for things like this are perfect. And then 1/2 teaspoon meringue powder. I just mixed it all together in a cool little bowl like this. That's supposed to be for sushi, but I don't eat it. Okay? Yep. Okay, and then that's the last step. Now, when we go back to the first step, you're going to mix your boiling water and your tablespoon of Tylose together with your hand mixer, not your KitchenAid. Hand mixer for about 1 minute on low speed. Then I just go 1 little notch for about 25 seconds. Okay? And then I put it back in the microwave on high for 20 seconds, and then I mix low, or I scrape the sides, and then I mix it low. The reason is I want to keep that water as hot as I can, because Tylose doesn't like water. Okay? It might like Everclear vodka. Okay, this is step 2. Is 1 tablespoon powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon meringue powder. Put it all together in a little bowl, dump it in on low, mix it for 1.5 minutes. I say mix it for 1 minute. Yes, you can, yep, you can watch it again. Yep. Mix it on low for about 30 seconds. Scrape your bowl. Okay, and then mix it, scrape your beaters, and then mix it again on low for 1 minute. Just like cakes and things like that, cookies, you want to keep everything together. Last step. We're making do your own cake lace. Okay, this is not Sugar Veil, but it is as close to it. You add this stuff from step 1. I'm not sure what you're asking, Carrie. Okay, let me, this is what we made. Okay, we put it in molds. When you rewatch this, you'll see it. Okay, that's flexible, edible. Okay, it's, you ready for my word? Cheap, because I'm cheap. I don't like to spend a whole lot of money on stuff. I like quality, but I honestly think, yeah. Okay, you add step 2 to the bowl. Yes, it's in steps. First you do this, okay? Then you're going to add this. Yeah, good for you, Carolyn. I love it. Okay, this is step 3. That's it. Okay, you know what? You can re-watch the video and it'll tell you exactly how much. Yeah, I like being cheap. Okay, but you can re-watch this video for 24 hours, and I think I've got it set up where I can save this. Okay, and then you'll be all set. Okay, I don't know if you can. I don't know. I get all my products local here from Baker's Kitchen. It's in Maumee, Ohio, and the owner's name is John, and I trust him because they make their own products. Okay, so I'm going to sign off because I need to feed Mr. Hubby, and that way I can be back here at 6 o'clock, and this should be dry. Okay, I'm going to try. I think I got it set up. Okay, listen, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I help you out, because if I can share something with you that's going to save you money and make you happy, then you'll find all that information. Yeah, I think that's what I do, save in camera roll. Then, you know what, that's what we're supposed to do, because we're supposed to be nice and share. That's what we're supposed to do. So, okay, and when I sign out, so when I end this, then there's got to be like a little man that waves and says, here, do this, press this, I think. I hope. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, bye, guys. I'll see you at about 6 o'clock. Okay, bye. See you. Hearts to all of you guys, too. Bye. Ha, look at this. I can't get off of this thing. This is so funny. No, I don't want to make money like that. Although, if you guys want to take up a collection, it's going to cost me roughly about $2,500 to replace the transmission in my van that went out after I came through the mountains coming back. So that was a problem. They just called me today. Yeah, I know, but you know what? Here's the thing. I got to sit on the phone and talk to somebody about it, so I'm still alive. So, okay, I'm going to try this again to sign out because I can't figure out what I did wrong. Okay, bye, guys.